Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor Kulbhushan Chandel from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. Today we are going to talk on module Human Values and Interpersonal Effectiveness from paper Human Values and Indian Ethos. After completing this module, the students will be able to learn about the interpersonal relation, relevance of values in management, relevance of values for managers, essentials of interpersonal relationships, human values and interpersonal relationships, and interpersonal relations at workplace. Let me introduce the topic first. Interpersonal relations are very important at the workplace. They affect the whole human interactions and productivity in the organizations. Therefore, it is very important to promote healthy human personal relations in the organization. The study of interpersonal relationships involves the study of various branches of the social sciences, including such disciplines as sociology, communication studies, psychology, anthropology, and social work. The interpersonal skills are vital when trying to develop a relationship with another person. The scientific studies of the relationships evolved during the 90s and are referred to as relationship science. Interpersonal relations. The interpersonal relations at work serve a critical role in the organizational development and maintenance of trust and positive feelings in the organization. Although the quality of interpersonal relationship alone is not enough to predict the worker's productivity, but it can significantly contribute in it. An effective supervisor needs to abstain from showing the favoritism and avoid making difficulty and unpopular decisions, shows concern for the subordinates and avoid misusing the supervisory powers for fulfilling the organizational responsibilities. The supervisors require to strike the right note in their interpersonal relations with the workers at workplace. The supervisors must be approachable and friendly, yet there is a need for fair and form. The ethical behavior of leaders and the subordinates create a high interpersonal trust, and the working of the organization also improves manifold. Ethical human interaction affect workers in general and supervisors in particular. Sometimes individual and cultural differences may complicate working relations. Supervisors may also be called on to listen to employees and give advice. Such an ethical approach to leadership helps in building the interpersonal trust and dealing with the stress in the organization. Relevance of values in management. Modern management must incorporate Indian ethos and values to the perfect model of a man and recognizes the man as a whole to assure wholesome human progress. Spirituality as well as material progress are needed together to satisfy the hunger of mind and soul as well as the hunger of physical human being. Value-based holistic approach to management assures the overall development and prosperity of the human beings. As per the Indian ethics and ethos, the inner mind and inner aspects are governing overriding priorities. Focus is laid on developing the inner mind. Faith and sincerity are two needs of the management philosophy. Work must be done in the right spirit and right attitude in a perfect manner. A management in a proper combination of these values and skills can assure the harmony and progress of the organization and the prosperity of the society as well. Few main importances of values for modern business can be explained as it provides a good base for the management for having a better business decision making process. It improves the services provided to the partner or fulfills the customer's real needs. It facilitates the innovation to support organizations' competitiveness. It creates a strong awareness of value culture with good understanding of business goals. It facilitates the good knowledge of business organizations. It enhances the team spirit and communication process, and it seeks commitment from partners, customers, and stakeholders. Relevance of values for managers. That young managers should understand and be aware of the reasons that underline the moral principles. Knowledge of values and business ethics will help the managers in resolving the conflicts with regard to the ethical issues as and when they arise. The study of ethics provides managers with morally responsible approach to business. Values helps the manager to realize their social responsibilities. Many organizations find it wise to go beyond the primary mission and take into consideration the need of the community. Business ethics and values make the managers more accountable for the social responsibility. The study of business ethics inculcate a high level of integrity in managers. The study of business ethics will help the manager to arrive at the decisions that they felt to be right and proper. Business ethics creates the awareness of social and moral values through education. Knowledge and awareness of the concept and practices of business ethics and values are equally important in managerial conduct and decision making. Finally, the business ethics improves the skills of reflective managers both in analyzing concrete moral issues and in deliberating the strategies for solving moral dilemmas. Concept of interpersonal relationships. When the two persons interact on the same subject of mutual interest and develop a relation, then it is known as interpersonal relationships. And for strong interpersonal relationships to grow, there is a need of deep adherence of human values. An interpersonal relationship is a strong, deep, and close association between two or more people that may range in duration from brief to enduring. disassociation or acquaintance between two or more people that may range in duration from brief to enduring. Essentials of interpersonal relationships. Individual working together in the same organization, people working in the same team, relationship between a man and woman, for example, love marriage, relationships with immediate family members and relatives, relationships of a child and his parents, relationship between friends. Relationship can also develop in a group. For example, relationship of students with their teacher and relationship of religious gurus with his disciples, etc. Human values and interpersonal relationships. The most basic unit of wholesome human interaction is the stoke, which is verbal or physical way of acknowledging another person's value. A ritual is a mutual exchange of strokes, which is a sort of a reciprocal validation of each person's worth, promoting a sense of trust between people. The stroke means intimate contact, such as what is received by an infant who is caressed, pinched, and patted. At workplace, most stroking takes place in the manner of verbal communication and body language like waving, smiling, a glance of understanding, shaking hands, saying hello, or even sending cards or flowers. Physical stroking may include placing a hand on another person's shoulder, elbows, or back. Some people might resent these gestures because they often represent a show of superiority. The need for personal validation is also great. People may prefer negative attention to being totally ignored. Try to imagine how awkward it would be to meet a supervisor and not greet him in any way through witty words or gestures. The body language and tone of voice play an important role in the intensity of the stroke exchange. Essential of interpersonal relationship at workplace. Individuals in an interpersonal relationship must share common goals and objectives. Individuals in an interpersonal relationships must respect each other's views and opinions. A sense of trust is important. Individuals must be attached to each other for a healthy interpersonal relationship. And finally, transparency plays a pivotal role in interpersonal relationships. It is important for an individual to be honest and transparent. Interpersonal relations at workplace. Organization and people-orientedness should comprise the quality of customer service and appropriate demeanor. Characteristics of a superior service: conveying a positive and helpful attitude, analyzing breakdown and understanding others, conveying effective messages, dealing with difficult situations and complaints, improving relationships, especially the internal customer suppliers of critical informations, encouraging trust and cooperation, using right kind of communication techniques, and identifying your personal contribution to a good service. Let me summarize the topic now. Interpersonal relations are very important at workplace. They affect the whole human interactions and productivity in the organization. Therefore, it is very important to promote healthy human personal relations in the organizations. The study of interpersonal relationships involves the studies of various branches of the social sciences, including such disciplines as sociology, communication studies, psychology, anthropology, and social work. The interpersonal skills are vital when trying to develop a relationship with another person. The scientific studies of the relationships evolved during the 90s, and they are referred to as the relationship science. The ethical behavior of leaders and subordinates creates a high interpersonal trust, and the working of the organization also improves benefit. Ethical human interaction affect workers in general and supervisors in particular. Sometimes individual and cultural differences may complicate working relations. Supervisors may also be called on to listen to employees and give advice. The interpersonal relations at work serve a critical role in the organizational development and maintenance of trust and positive feelings in the organization. Although the quality of interpersonal relationships alone is not enough to predict the workers' productivity. Although the quality of interpersonal relationship alone is not enough to produce the workers' productivity, but it can significantly contribute in it. An effective supervisor needs to abstain from showing the favoritism and avoid making difficulty and unpopular decisions. Show concern for the subordinates without appearing to prey, and also avoid misusing the supervisory powers. For fulfilling the organizational responsibilities, the supervisors requires to strike the right not in their interpersonal relations with the workers at the workplace. The supervisors must be approachable and friendly, yet there is a need of fair and firm. The ethical behavior of leaders and the subordinates create a high interpersonal trust, and the working of the organization also improves manifold. Ethical human interactions affect workers in general and supervisors in particular. Sometimes individual and cultural differences may complicate working relations. Supervisors may also be called on to listen to employees and give their advice. Such an ethical approach to leadership help in building the interpersonal trust and dealing with the stress in the organization. When the two persons interact on some subjects of mutual interest and develop a relationship, then it is known as interpersonal relationships. And for strong interpersonal relationships to grow, there is a need of deep adherence of human values. And interpersonal relationships is a strong, deep, and close association between two or more people that may range in duration from brief to enduring. This association or acquaintance between two or more people that may range in duration from brief to enduring. This association may be based in influence, love, solidarity, regular business activities, or other type of social commitment. Interpersonal relationships are formed in the context of social, cultural, and other influences. The contact may also vary from family to kinship, relationship, friendship, marriage, relations with associates, and work clubs regulated by law, custom, and mutual agreements, and are the basis of the social groups and society. A strong bond between two or more people refers to the interpersonal relations. The attraction between the individual brings them close to each other and eventually results in a strong interpersonal relationships. Interpersonal relationships are dynamic systems that change continuously during their existence. Like living organisms, relationships have beginning, a lifespan, and an end. They tend to grow and improve gradually as people get to know each other and become closer emotionally, or they gradually deteriorate as people drift apart, move on with their lives, and form new relationships with others. Thank you.